I'll call this meeting to order. Ms. Batten, please call roll.
Trustee Knapp.
Here.
Trustee Ringel.
Here.
Trustee Faust.
Here.
Next, we have Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, next we have public comment. Is there anyone from the public that wishes to comment? Okay. Next, we have general announcements. Are there any general announcements?
They looked at me.
Do you have any general announcements?
No,
Okay.
sure don't.
I don't.
Should I have said something in public?
Yes. You want to come up? Can she come and
Yeah,
speak?
come on. Let's go back to public comment.
Is this being videotaped?
Yes.
Yeah.
They didn't announce that before this, so I couldn't.
Oh, all of our meetings are recorded and they're available on YouTube for anybody that's not able to attend but wants to know what's going on.
Okay. So.
Can you
my name
state
is
your name
Mary
and address?
McCrory, and I live at 7473 Red Maple Place, and in Villas at Maple Creek condominiums. And my question is, in the rezoning application, this is about the rezoning of 7408 Africa Road, which you guys are setting a date today for a future hearing. And so we went to the zoning commission hearing, which was not a pleasant experience. But in the original packet, the proposed zoning district was listed as C1. And on the agenda for the zoning committee meeting, and I don't think any of us realized this until later, what they're asking for is PC, is that what I said? It's C1 versus PC, yeah, which is planned commercial and office district, which allows for gas stations and things like that, where C1 does not, and we didn't understand how it got changed from the application to what showed up on the meeting agenda.
So it actually never got changed. So I think there was some confusion on the part of the applicant as to which zoning district they were applying for. I think initially they were thinking C1, but we steered them towards the planned commercial district.
You
So it
steered
is-
them towards that?
Yes, so it's a planned district, and so the PC text, essentially, the way that they've constructed it, it only allows for that office use. So that's in the text. In general, the planned commercial district can allow for other uses if the
Yeah,
text
in
specifies
Article
that.
14, there's a whole list of other uses,
Correct.
including gas stations.
Yep, and so under that list, they have specified that it's for an office use only. So
But if they
that's-
get approved, that opens up the door for all these other things.
That would, so the office use would be the only permitted use in that district if it's approved.
For that property.
Yeah, for the,
Correct.
for the PCD, it's like a planned district, so they have to include exactly what they're asking for, and if they want to change that, they have to come back and request that the property be rezoned and go through the whole procedure with the notification to everybody.
So that's what a neighboring property would have to do,
Correct.
is go through the whole.
Anybody
Well,
that,
The applicant would need to reapply, so it'd just be a whole new zoning. So they can't put any gas stations or anything other than the office use until they come back and request a change
Yeah.
following the same
I'm
procedure.
not asking about the original applicant, I'm asking about anybody else
any
who come
neighbors,
by.
because all the neighboring properties are currently FR1,
Right.
if they want to change to commercial, they have to come back and go through the process.
Okay,
Yeah, same process.
So
for
just
all
because
But
that
it would-
half-acre property has been given if it were to be approved, there's no guarantee that the neighbors would
But
also get
is it
that.
a precedent that it's PC now and other people could go for PC?
But it's not PC yet.
Well, it's correct.
hasn't
It's
been
not. It's
approved
not
yet.
PC yet. And so the thing about planned districts is that they are unique to that property. So in terms of setting precedent for other properties, that's very limited.
But, I mean, I feel it would set a precedent in my own mind, so.
Okay, and what was wrong with the C1?
I would have to look.
Well,
So-
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so a C1, again, has a group of uses.
Which
and-
seem a lot more acceptable, actually. It's
Yeah, they
neighborhood
could
office
be.
district.
So
Yeah.
if they were to rezone to the C1, they would have to get variances for a number of items in order to be able to build the project they want to build.
Well, they said at the meeting, even with the request that they were making to the PC district, that there were like four things, they even said, they quote, just about, we couldn't build this building if we met all your requirements.
Correct. So it's just kind of a difference in the process between a C1, which is what we call a straight district in zoning, and then the PC, which is a planned district. So the planned district allows them to come up with a unique development plan, and then if it's approved, that is the plan for that property. If they rezone to C1, it's a straight district. There's no plan associated with it. They can do anything within the bounds of the C1 text. If they don't do anything within the bounds of that C1 text, they have to get variances from our Board of Zoning Appeals, which is a different process.
So under the C1 permitted uses, A is office facilities for the providing of personal services such as insurance agencies, insurance brokers, real estate offices, law offices, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Which sounds like it fits them.
The use, yes, but then the development standards would not meet what they are looking to do.
Okay, and you probably understand that this does not make sense to me.
And
I'm
Mary,
happy
if
to
you
walk you
want
through
to,
it.
yeah, if you want to sit down and have a meeting with one of us and Robin, or just with you and Robin and have a whole conversation, that's totally something we can do.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Any other public comments or questions?
My name's Brian Ross. I live next door to the same property we're talking about, 7420 Africa Road. I'm not trying to block the project or anything like that. My concern is the water runoff from the property. It is slanted to where right now the property is all gonna run off towards the back, towards my back of the property. And 1 inch of rain over the fact that it's now gonna be 80% covered is gonna be over 13,500 gallons of rain, water, in a 1 inch rainstorm. In a 4 inch rainstorm, it's gonna be over 54,000 gallons of rain, water. With, right now, there is nothing back there than other people's property that's gonna become a duck pond. And that issue, I realize, doesn't pertain to this board. I am talking to the Delaware County engineer, but he did also say it wouldn't be a bad thing to at least voice it so that you guys are also aware that there are some concerns that the variances they're looking for, it definitely is gonna impact other properties if something's not met or done. So it's, all I want to do is make sure it's on the record.
I would, if you can come to the zoning meeting, that would be great, because technically, this, we shouldn't be actively discussing this amongst ourselves because the applicant isn't here. So you can feel free to email or attend that meeting, and we'll get your comments in the official record for the zoning commission.
I was at the zoning meeting
Did you make the
before
same
this.
comments?
Yeah.
And there'll be, so that's the first meeting, and then it comes to us with the applicant here, so that's what trustee Knapp is
Yeah.
speaking of. So this, we can definitely hear these comments now, but we're not really allowed to consider them until the meeting which we're actually scheduling that date here at this meeting
Okay.
today,
Yeah.
so.
And if you want to send us an email, we would also
Yes,
appreciate that.
that's
'cause
helpful.
All right.
That'd be helpful, all right. And attend that hearing if you're able to.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any more comments?
So none of these comments for that situation?
Can you come to the microphone and state your name and address for the record, please?
Luke Ruoff, 7327 Africa Road. So none of these comments pertain to anything, and we just have to come to another meeting and repeat them? Is that what I understood?
I mean, we can hear your comments now, but Ohio Revised Code sets out a very strict procedure. So after the zoning commission makes their recommendation, then we set it for an official trustee hearing. And at that hearing, all of the residents are invited and the applicant's invited. and they're able to hear the testimony and respond to it. So that's just the process. Right now, it's just public comment for, things other than scheduled zoning hearings.
And
But you can email us too. You don't,
A
have
lot of
to
our
appear.
emails go unresponded to be frank.
I'm sorry, what?
A lot of our emails are not always responded to.
And I know, I received 4 or 5 emails, and I was waiting until we scheduled the meeting at this meeting.
I'm not just talking about
to
this.
respond.
So like when they redid that intersection, I live on the road and Delaware County, which I know is not you all directly, sent someone out and he's on my property right next to my house, unannounced. He's not allowed to do, he wasn't in the easement. So I called here and no one called me back, and I called the engineer's office, no one called me back. And, we're just gathering information. We do this all the time. They do that all the time, right? And then I called here, I would say about every 2 or 3 months for 2 years. And I called the engineer's office every month for 2 years. And then the day that both parties told me that nothing's happening at our intersection, I get a certified letter to be in this hall for the meeting about what they're gonna do and take my yard and all that stuff. So I appreciate that we should email and we should call, we should come to these meetings, but I rarely feel that we are heard. And I don't really understand that, so I will be back at the other meeting, I guess. Thank you.
And you can email our township administrator, and she's usually pretty good at, Michelle, have you emailed her? She's pretty good at distributing the emails to the correct person.
Hey.
Michelle?
Yeah, we can, Luke, if you had your name and email in the contact list, I can follow up with you after this meeting too.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, and I think we all did get those emails and read them very carefully. There were quite a few, so. Any other comments? Okay. Okay, next we have agenda changes. Are there any changes to the agenda?
I actually have none.
None.
I'm like, I'm saying that's,
Done,
yes,
do you
none.
Okay, no change. Wow. Okay, next we have, or do you guys have any changes?
Nope.
No, okay. Next we have the consent agenda approval. I make a motion to approve the consent agenda for the regular meeting held on October 16th, 2024, to include Resolution 24-297, approving the electronic record of the proceedings from the regular trustee meeting held on October 2nd, 2024, and Resolution 24-298, approving purchase orders, then and now purchase orders, and blanket purchase orders as listed.
Second?
Roll call. Trustee Faust.
Yes.
Trustee Ringle.
Yes.
Trustee Net.
Yes. Okay, next we have Development and Zoning Report. Mr. Duffy?
Thank you, Ms. Knapp. For the zoning hearings and meetings report, so yesterday evening, we did have a zoning commission meeting to discuss our proposed zoning code changes. There was some good discussion. We made it through several articles and have many, many more to go. So that discussion has been continued to the 29th of October. There's also a zoning commission meeting scheduled for Tuesday, October 22nd at 6:30 to discuss Vision Acquisition's application for the amendment of their plan district at Home and High to allow the construction of 220 multifamily units. And then it's not reflected on this report, but we did receive another zoning amendment request for the Evans Farm District to allow for EPCON to locate some of their product within the Evans Farm subdivision. So that meeting has been scheduled for November 12th. I will get that sent to you all out in the near future. We also have a Board of Zoning Appeals meeting later this week, Thursday, October 17th at 6 p.m. There are 3 items on that agenda, which we have covered in previous meetings. Again, that's an area variance for a garage addition on Foxridge Circle, and then 2 signage variances and conditional use for a monument sign for Delco Water Company, and then area variances for wall signs for the proposed Panda Express on Pullman Drive.
Robin, has the Vision meeting that's next week, has the notices have already gone out to the
They have,
community?
yes.
And have we had, I don't know that I've seen comment yet from any concerned neighbors?
I've gotten one or two.
Okay.
But I expect more to come in, certainly. And then, so we do have two items that are ready to schedule hearings with the board. So the first is the rezoning application 24-06 for 7408 Africa Road. And then the other is the tabled Route 23 application, RCOD-23-03 at 79 Parkway Drive. They have submitted new documentation and have given us what we need to move forward with a hearing.
I would like to do this on two separate evenings, because I think they could both be,
Definitely.
yeah.
Definitely. So we have to do it 30 days from today, is that correct?
The overlay one, I mean, if we wanted to do that later, I'd say on like November 20th, like at like a 5 o'clock.
That's Levi's 18th birthday.
Okay.
Sorry. Mom duty.
Then, yeah, I guess.
Oh,
But I could
see
do
what
any
you're
other day that week.
saying. Oh,
What's that?
okay.
I said I could do any other
Does
day.
that one have to be scheduled within 30 days?
That one, because they just lifted it, or we have a little more flexibility with that one, but the other one needs to be within 30 days.
Could we do that one at the first meeting in December?
That might be
wait.
that would be pushing it.
Oh, the 4th, yeah, and
Yeah.
actually Wednesdays are bad. What about, so trick or treat is on Thursday, right?
Yeah.
What about one of them on, I don't know if this will work for you guys, but like well, actually, hold on a second. November, it's election week, hold on a second. Oh, and the 11th, the office is closed, right?
Yes.
November,
I mean, November 13th is an
13th.
option.
yeah, November 13th, would November 13th work for one
Yes.
of them? 5?
November 6th works as well for me.
Yeah, that will be a longer meeting, just because we
Yep.
have 3 weeks
The
from that.
6th?
Yeah.
Let me just look real
So I
quick.
don't
Okay.
know what we
Yeah.
would want to.
November 6th,
Could we set it for 6 PM rather, I think we sometimes set it for 5 or 5:30.
yeah, that's not gonna work.
That doesn't work for you,
me.
okay.
But, okay, so the one will be on the 13th, and
So it sounds
what
like
about the 19th?
that works for me.
I don't think we don't have zoning commission on the 19th, right?
We don't, although there's a possibility that we could continue our zoning code discussion to then, but
Yeah.
Or the
we-
18th.
We will have to just push that back. Yeah,
Understood.
The 19th could work.
Okay, so the 13th and the 19th, what time?
Is 5 okay?
That's Tuesdays. Is that okay for you, the 19th?
It,
Or is that the
Wait, let me
opposite
make sure,
Berlin?
hold on. Yeah, it's the opposite, yeah.
Okay.
Good to check. 5 PM? Does that work for you guys?
Both dates?
Yeah.
The 19th, I've got a board meeting that evening. We'll
The
be doing some
18th
annual
is-
budgeting.
What time?
18th is Miriam's birthday.
Okay.
It's a lot of birthdays that week. It's so crazy.
We could put the one that might be,
My board meeting's at 6.
oh,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
that's not gonna work.
It's right in
Just
the
a minute,
middle.
and that's the 19th?
Yeah,
Hold on a sec.
What about the 21st?
Right.
I'd be fine with the 21st.
13th and,
the 21st is regional planning.
Oh, never mind.
well, we will have an alternate go to that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, let me just look at that. The 21st, oh, wait, so the 21st and 13th, is that what we're looking at?
Yes.
Okay, at 5, yeah, this would work.
Okay. Which one do we want on which?
So I think the Africa Road rezoning would have to be on the 13th.
Yes, yeah, because that one has the 30.
Oh, okay, so we'll put the one that the residents are here for at 5 PM on November 13th here at Township Hall. And we'll put the other one on the 21st at 5 PM at Township Hall.
And with the meeting that's before the zoning commission next Tuesday on the 22nd, do we have 30 days from the 22nd to schedule that one, or from our
So
next trustee meeting?
that one, actually, I think will be a little farther out.
Okay.
So I'm expecting more than one zoning commission hearing for
Oh,
that
okay.
one, because regional planning has not heard
Heard
that
it yet.
application yet. So the zoning commission will meet and discuss it, but they won't issue a recommendation until regional planning has issued theirs.
Okay, thank you for explaining that.
So did they schedule that just because within the 30 days or something, or
No, they just wanted to get the process moving.
did they? Okay, and that's a vision one?
Correct.
Okay. So can they hear a public comment that night?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, great.
Okay. So anybody that's here for the Africa Road application, we will be discussing this again on, what was the date again?
Wednesday, November 13th at 5 PM.
Yes.
And do they receive notices for that, correct?
Yes.
So you will all, if you received a notice before, you also receive a new notice with the information on it. So at that hearing, we'll open the application, we'll have them give a presentation, then we'll talk about it, and then we'll have residents come up and give public comment, but you're also free to send an email or any other information, so.
And anything, you don't have to send them to us individually. You can send everything to Robin. He sends everything to us. You can also email us individually, whichever is easier for you guys.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I make a motion to, is that everything, Robin?
That is all I
Okay.
have.
I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-299, scheduling hearing date for RCOD 2303 Parkway Plaza for, that's the 21st?
Correct.
For Thursday, November 21st at 5 PM at Township Hall.
Second?
Roll call. Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringel?
Yes.
Trustee Net?
Yes. Okay. I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-300, schedule hearing date for ZON 2406 7408 Africa Road for Wednesday, November 13th at 5 PM at Township Hall.
Second?
Roll call. Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringel?
Yes.
Trustee Net?
Yes. Okay, great. Okay, next we have operations report. Mr. Bowers?
Good afternoon, Board. Bear with me, I got to dance around a few different projects as usual here. So first thing I'd like to recommend approval to the Board is to put out our mowing bid for a new 3-year contract. This is for the majority of our public parks and spaces. That is a 3-year agreement that's expiring this year. The second item is a agreement with Verdantis, also CT Consultants, for professional design services for the Williamsville intersection. I know Williamsville is probably a confusing term because we kind of just made it up, but it's the intersection where the Williamsville Cemetery is located at East Hidden Ravines and Orange Center Drive. That's to do a redesign, connect bike paths, and redesign that corner of that intersection on the cemetery property. Next item is another professional design services agreement. I got out of order here. I did. I'm sorry. I got out of order. With Carpenter Marty. Carpenter Marty is, we're looking to do an agreement with Carpenter Marty through our RFQ process to review and inspect and make recommendations for all of our shared youth path bridges throughout the township. There's 7 different locations that they're going to be looking at, considering the safety, longevity, and repair and maintenance of our multi-use path bridges. And the last thing, again, sorry for getting out of order, is a agreement with the Woods of Bale Canyon HOA, who wishes to install the digital speed limit signs within their neighborhood. If you recall, back in November of '23, we've reviewed the existing resolution and modified that, and the HOA would like to take advantage of that.
Great. Are there any questions?
No.
Okay, make a motion to approve Resolution 24-301, authorize the Director of Operations to advertise for requests for bids for a 3-year contract, 2025, 2026, and 2027, for mowing and trimming of Orange Township, Delaware County, Ohio owned properties.
Second?
Roll call. Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringel?
Yes.
Trustee Net?
Yes. I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-302, authorizing the Township Administrator to enter into an agreement with Woods at Bale Canyon for the reimbursement of cost of flashing speed limit sign.
Second?
Roll call. Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringo?
Yes.
Trustee Net?
Yes. I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-303, authorizing the Director of Operations to accept an agreement with Verdantas LLC for on-call professional design services for the Williamsville Intersection Improvements Project and issuance of purchase order pending final legal review.
Second?
Roll call. Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringo?
Yes.
Trustee Net?
Yes. I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-304, approving and authorizing the Director of Operations to accept an agreement with Carpenter Marty Transportations, Inc. for on-call professional design services for shared use path bridge replacements within the township and issuance of purchase order.
Second?
Roll call. Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringo?
Yes.
Trustee Net?
Yes.
Thank you, Board.
Thanks. And next we have fire report? Nothing? Okay, wow.
Good report.
Thanks for
Very-
coming.
Very nice, very good.
Assistant Chief
Good
Agent.
job. Next we have fiscal officer report. Ms. Batten?
Good afternoon, Board. First item on the agenda is our September bank reconciliation. We ended the month at $34,604,965. That consists of $12,211,724 in our general fund. Our road fund ended the month at $3,124,991. The fire fund balance, $10,860,360. The parks fund was $5,111,391. And we have two cemetery bequests, and those total, excuse me, that's not right, it's not right. Let me take a quick look at that. It's not 3 million. The other funds. Yeah, the other funds. Is that right? 3,296, that's not right, I'm sorry. Other funds, cemetery bequests, and our investments, I am so sorry. That is the $3,296,499. Sorry about that, guys. It's on there. It's there, yeah. Also, myself, Trustee Knapp, and our investment banker, Brian Carter, we met on the 10th to go over where we stand with our investments. We had one investment come up that was, it was a commercial paper that we went ahead and reinvested, and we got a rate at 4.41. Everyone knows the Fed did drop 0.5%. He was also anticipating that there will most likely be another drop in December. So we'll have to wait and see kind of where we land on that. Our currently, our Fifth Third investment holdings is roughly around a book yield of 4.772. And the second item on the agenda for fiscal is some appropriation amendments. They are for the fire fund. We had a couple unexpected settlements that came out of this year's budget that was not for, that we did not anticipate, and then there was just a couple of the items came up a little short, just we didn't budget enough based upon what things were actually spent for. And that's all we have for the fiscal.
Yeah,
Any questions?
We had the investment committee meeting was really great, and I was super impressed. It's my first one with our newer fiscal officer, so I was very impressed with
Thank
your
you.
knowledge and the questions you asked, so I really appreciate that.
Oh, thank you.
And also kudos to former fiscal officer Kraft for her remarkable investment savvy as well, so.
Yeah, she has it set up. It's
She really
flattered.
did, yeah, so, great job, thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, any questions? Okay, I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-304, review of the settlement bank reconciliation and financial reports.
Second?
Roll call. Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringo?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes. I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-306, revising and/or increasing permanent appropriations established in Resolution 23-288.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Ringo?
Yes.
Trustee Fowles?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes. Is that it? Just two, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you, board.
Next, we have administration report. Ms. Bonnie?
Yes, thank you. So couple items under the administration report. The first one I would like to discuss is our Orange Township social media policy. So as we've been doing updates to our website and our Facebook page, we noticed that our policy that was established in 2014 needed some updates, and the one I have in front of you today is to it was created by the prosecutor's office, and I made a couple updates since you last saw it, so if you want to pass a copy down. But as far as how we handle Facebook with our comments, really everything is staying the same. We just have a policy in place to handle it in case of a situation that arises if to either remove a post or yeah. So I think what I changed here is getting confirmed. I got confirmed by the prosecutor's office to move forward with this language. But by posting any comments to the page, the user agrees that he or she has read and understand this policy and agrees that certain types of posts or comments are not considered protected forms of speech and may be subject to removal by the township administrator or their designee. Hopefully we don't have that situation in front of you, but this policy does outline that in the case that does happen.
And who will be the contact at the bottom, the questions regarding the social media policy? Is that you?
I would probably do the admin email for that, the admin at orangetwp.org.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Thank you for noticing this and catching it.
Yeah.
And thank you, Trustee Knapp, for resurrecting it from your records.
Yes. Yes.
It's in
So
the vault.
this will be posted on our Facebook page, our website, and but now we have a dated a current version of a policy that we should have had for a while.
So the old one will be deleted and we'll put a new one?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's possible too that, I don't know how much they actually allow in that section now. They might have limited the characters, so it might have to
You might have
post
to
a
refer
link.
to like a link. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Just FYI.
Yep, no problem. And then the rest of the items, and as we have additional vacation and sick leave transfers, and how we do this is as soon as we get it, we just put it on the next agenda. So we were hoping to get all of them at the last meeting, but there were a handful that we didn't get until after the fact. That's all I have.
Is that all? Okay. I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-307, adoption of a social media policy.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Fowles?
Yes.
Trustee Ringo?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes. Make a motion to approve Resolution 24-308, accepting transfer of 216.46 hours of sick leave to the credit of firefighter paramedic Hunter Terry.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Fowles?
Yes.
Trustee Ringo?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes. I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-309, recognizing prior full-time Ohio Township service of Hunter Terry for the purpose of vacation accrual calculation.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Fowles?
Yes.
Trustee Ringo?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes. I make a motion to approve Resolution 24-310, recognizing prior full-time Ohio Township service of Brandon Hewitt for the purpose of vacation accrual calculation.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Fowles?
Yes.
Trustee Ringo?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes. Okay, and nothing under old or new business?
That's correct.
Okay, make a motion to go into executive session, approve Resolution 24-311, enter into executive session to pursuant to RC 121.22 G4 to review negotiations or bargaining sessions with public employees concerning their compensation or other terms and conditions of their employment. Invited to attend the board's executive session are the fiscal officer, Donna Batten, and our administrator, Michelle Bonney.
Second?
Trustee Ringo?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes. Okay, make a motion to return to executive session, or we're coming back for an executive session. I make a motion to approve resolution 24-312, return to regular session.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringo?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes. Okay, there's no further business. I make a motion to approve resolution 24-313, meeting adjournment.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringo?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes, meeting adjourned.